Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Bills like this are the kind of thing that makes people hate politics. This bill is being voted on today to do one thing: to get a headline for Republicans who, instead of actually solving problems, are making things up for elections. We don't need to pass a law to prevent us from using state money to provide health care to undocumented people, because we don't do that in Wisconsin. Let me say that again. We don't provide health care to undocumented people. Now, there are two exceptions. Emergency rooms are required by the federal government to treat anyone who comes through their doors. This bill doesn't change that because it cannot. And the second exception is pregnant women who do get access to health care regardless of immigration status. So if this bill is targeting pregnant women, I think the authors need to be explicit about that. But let's assume it's not, that it's instead part of the larger partisan playbook. Blame immigrants for Republican failures. So this bill is all about politics. It's about creating a story where none exists. The authors of this bill even acknowledge this, because in the memo they sent out, all they talked about was other states, not ours. Why? Because we don't provide health care to undocumented immigrants. The reason we're voting on this today is so that the majority party can go out and tell their voters that Democrats failed to stop giving health insurance to undocumented people. But we can't stop something that isn't happening. Why waste time and taxpayer money this way? Why not just tell the truth? Because the truth is not on their side. So they need a scapegoat, a distraction. Here's the truth. If you don't have affordable health care, they don't want you to hold them accountable. Instead, they want you to blame someone else. Those others, those undocumented people, who must be getting something at your expense. But they are not. Republicans want you to be angry so they can act like they're doing something to help you by voting for this bill that will do nothing but create confusion. Because they don't want you to pay attention to the facts, but here are the facts. In 2014, we became eligible for Medicaid expansion. For the last decade, we could have been covering more people, working people, our constituents, American citizens who don't have access to health insurance because their jobs don't offer it, or the plans they do offer are unaffordable. Any one of those years since 2014, they could have passed Medicaid expansion and given more people access to health care. We could do it now. If my colleagues on the other side actually want to help people, there is an option. Let's expand Badger Care this session. Taking Medicare expansion would mean nearly 100,000 more Wisconsinites eligible for quality health care every year, including mental health and addiction treatment. And our state would receive over $1 billion per year. Since 2014, we've been leaving billions of dollars on the table. What could we have done with that money? How about invest that $1 billion per year into our healthcare system so that our hospitals could stay open and our counties wouldn't be so broke and our rural nursing homes would be well staffed and all of us would have less expensive premiums and out-of-pocket costs? If you don't have affordable healthcare, don't blame undocumented people in this state. They don't have it either. Republicans have been in the majority in this legislature for 15 years. They don't have any new ideas. So all they can do is make up fake problems that don't exist to try to make you angry so that you blame someone else and don't hold them accountable. But put the blame where it belongs, at the feet of the party that has held the majority, again, for 15 years. That's a decade and a half. And in that entire time, has not made your health a priority. Don't fall for the rhetoric. Don't let them scapegoat others. The vote is red.